Time moves quietly, yet memory refuses to fade. In 2011, the clock paused as voices, faces, and songs we loved slipped into history. These stars shaped our laughter, our tears, our dreams, and our values. Tonight, Celebrity Tribute Hub honors them, not in sorrow alone, but in gratitude for moments that still live whenever we remember together as one family. Elizabeth Taylor was a cinematic icon whose beauty, strength, and humanity defined classic Hollywood. And she mattered because she lived boldly on and off the screen. She starred memorably in Cleopatra, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, performances that blended glamour with raw emotional truth. Elizabeth Taylor passed away on March 23, 2011, at the age of 79, following complications from congestive heart failure. Her passing felt like the closing of a golden era. Yet her legacy endures through fearless artistry, passionate activism, and a reminder that vulnerability can coexist with greatness forever. Peter Falk was a beloved character actor whose warmth and intelligence made him unforgettable, especially because he felt like family to audiences. He became immortal as Columbo and shined in films like The Princess Bride, bringing humor, curiosity, and heart to every role. Peter Falk passed away on June 23, 2011, at the age of 83, due to complications related to Alzheimer's disease. His loss carried quiet sadness, yet his legacy lives in gentle laughter, rumpled raincoats, and the comforting sense that kindness and cleverness never go out of style for generations watching him solve mysteries slowly, patiently, always. Andy Whitfield was a rising star whose strength and sincerity left a lasting impression, reminding viewers that courage can be quiet yet powerful. He gained worldwide recognition as Spartacus, delivering a performance filled with honor, pain, and humanity. Andy Whitfield passed away on September 11, 2011, at just 39 years old, after a brave battle with non-Hodgkin lymphoma. His death shocked fans deeply. Yet his legacy stands as a symbol of resilience, inspiring countless people to face hardship with dignity, faith, and unyielding hope during life and beyond. Remembered always by admirers around the world, forever gently united. Tribute 4. Amy Winehouse, 100 Words. Amy Winehouse was a singular musical soul whose honesty and vulnerability reshaped modern music, and she mattered because she sang truth without armor. She gave the world back to black, rehab, and a voice that echoed pain, love, and defiance. Amy Winehouse died on July 23, 2011. At the age of 27, with alcohol poisoning listed as the cause. Her passing devastated millions. Yet her legacy remains in timeless songs, raw emotion, and a reminder of how fragile brilliance can be, and why compassion matters when talent burns too brightly for this world, leaving echoes behind forever softly haunting. Steve Jobs was a visionary innovator who changed how humanity connects, creates, and communicates, shaping daily life in unseen ways. As Apple's co-founder, he introduced the iPhone, iPad, and Mac, merging technology with imagination. Steve Jobs passed away on October 5, 2011, at the age of 56, after complications from pancreatic cancer. His death felt personal worldwide, yet his legacy lives on in curiosity, simplicity, and the belief that thinking differently can truly change the world for generations, dreaming boldly, designing futures, and holding on to wonder sparked by imagination and courage, combined daily everywhere, still today quietly enduring. Clarence Clemons was a towering musical presence whose sound carried joy, soul, and strength, making him essential to rock history. As the heart of the E Street Band, his saxophone elevated songs like Born to Run and Jungleland. Clarence Clemons died on June 18, 2011, at the age of 69, from complications following a stroke. His passing silenced a mighty voice, yet his legacy roars on through soaring melodies, brotherhood, and the feeling of freedom his music still gives to listeners young and old, uniting crowds, hearts, and generations across highways of memory, forever moving onward together in spirit. Elizabeth Sladen was a cherished actress whose warmth made science fiction feel human, especially to generations of families. She became forever beloved as Sarah Jane Smith on Doctor Who, bringing courage, empathy, and wonder. Elizabeth Sladen passed away on April 19, 2011, at the age of 65, after a private battle with cancer. Her death saddened fans worldwide. Yet her legacy lives in imagination, kindness, and the reminder that bravery often comes with compassion, inspiring children, parents, and dreamers to believe adventures never truly end, only transform, glowing softly through memory, stories, reruns, and love shared endlessly across time. Gil Scott-Heron was a prophetic voice whose words challenged injustice and awakened conscience. Blending poetry with music, he created timeless works like The Revolution Will Not Be Televised, shaping culture and consciousness. Gil Scott-Heron died on May 27, 2011, at the age of 62, with pneumonia reported as the cause. His passing felt heavy, yet his legacy endures in truth spoken boldly, rhythms of resistance, and the power of art to demand change, reminding generations to listen, question, and stand firm when silence feels safer. Echoing through classrooms, streets, headphones, minds, and movements still rising today worldwide together strong. Ryan Dunn was a fearless entertainer whose humor and recklessness brought laughter to millions, especially younger audiences. He rose to fame through Jackass, creating unforgettable moments filled with chaos and camaraderie. Ryan Dunn died on June 20, 2011, at the age of 34, in a tragic car crash. His sudden death stunned fans. Yet his legacy remains in shared laughter, wild memories, and the reminder to value life beyond the thrill, remembering friendships, brotherhood, and joy, while honoring lessons learned too late, urging care, responsibility, and love always first, forever, together, forward, mindful, grateful, still laughing, softly, remembering him. Patrice O'Neal was a fearless comedian whose honesty cut deep and made people confront uncomfortable truths through laughter. He stood out on stage and radio, delivering sharp, unforgettable stand-up that challenged norms. Patrice O'Neal passed away on November 29, 2011, at the age of 41 following a stroke. His loss was sudden and painful. Yet his legacy lives in unapologetic authenticity, fearless humor, and voices he inspired to speak freely, reminding audiences truth matters, laughter heals, and courage costs, leaving echoes in clubs, headphones, conversations, and hearts still listening. Learning, growing together, braver, louder, wiser, kinder, today, always. John Barry was a master composer whose music shaped cinematic emotion, giving sound to suspense, romance, and heroism across generations. He became legendary for composing the James Bond themes and scores like Out of Africa, blending elegance with unforgettable power. John Barry passed away on January 30, 2011, at the age of 77, following a heart attack. His death silenced a remarkable musical force, yet his legacy continues in every swelling note that still raises goosebumps, reminding us that music can define entire worlds, shape memories, and linger long after the screen fades to black, echoing forever in hearts, theaters, and timeless imagination. Dana Winter was a graceful actress whose presence brought intelligence and poise to classic cinema and television. She is fondly remembered for films like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, where her calm strength left a lasting mark. Dana Winter passed away on May 5, 2011, at the age of 79, with details surrounding her death kept private. Her passing closed a quiet chapter of Hollywood history. Yet her legacy lives on through restrained performances, timeless storytelling, and the sense of dignity she brought to every role, reminding audiences of an era when subtlety spoke volumes and elegance lingered long after the final scene ended gently. Cliff Robertson was a respected actor whose versatility and integrity defined decades of film and television excellence. He delivered unforgettable performances in Charlie, Spider-Man, and countless dramatic roles that showcased emotional depth. Cliff Robertson passed away on September 10, 2011, at the age of 88 due to natural causes. His death felt like the quiet closing of a distinguished career. Yet his legacy remains in characters filled with humanity, strength, and vulnerability, reminding viewers that true acting comes from sincerity, discipline, and dedication that continues to inspire artists and audiences alike across generations, classrooms, and screens, where his work still speaks softly but powerfully. Nicole Williamson was a fiercely talented actor whose intensity and intellect made every performance unforgettable. Known for roles in Excalibur, Hamlet, and The 7% Solution, he brought complexity and fire to the screen. Nicole Williamson passed away on December 16, 2011, at the age of 75, with details of his death not publicly disclosed. His passing marked the loss of a commanding presence, yet his legacy endures in bold performances, unapologetic artistry, and the reminder that true talent often defies convention, leaving behind characters that challenge, provoke, and linger in memory long after the curtain falls and the applause fades into silence. Kenneth Mars was a gifted character actor whose humor and warmth enriched every story he touched. Audiences fondly remember him from Young Frankenstein, The Producers, and his distinctive voice work. Kenneth Mars passed away on February 12, 2011, at the age of 75, after battling pancreatic cancer. His loss saddened fans who cherished his laughter, yet his legacy lives on through comedic brilliance, gentle timing, and the joy he brought into homes around the world, reminding us that laughter is a lasting gift, capable of connecting generations and softening life's hardest moments with smiles, warmth, and shared joy. Remembered fondly, Charles Napier was a rugged character actor whose commanding presence added grit and authenticity to film and television. He appeared memorably in The Silence of the Lambs, Rambo, and numerous action roles that left strong impressions. Charles Napier passed away on October 5, 2011, at the age of 75, following a stroke. His death marked the loss of a powerful screen personality, yet his legacy remains in fearless portrayals, unmistakable voice, and the strength he brought to every character, reminding audiences that even supporting roles can leave unforgettable marks when performed with conviction, dedication, and unwavering presence that continues to resonate. Margaret Field was a classic actress whose elegance and charm represented Hollywood's golden years. She appeared in films and television that captured the spirit of her era, leaving a quiet but meaningful impact. Margaret Field passed away on November 6, 2011, at the age of 89, after a battle with cancer. Her passing felt like the fading of a graceful chapter, yet her legacy endures through timeless performances, family connections, and the reminder that strength and beauty often shine softly, influencing generations through presence, perseverance, and dedication to craft that continues to be remembered with respect and admiration by those who value classic storytelling. Betty Garrett was a lively actress and singer whose energy brightened screens and stages for decades. She became beloved through roles in All in the Family and classic musical performances that radiated warmth. Betty Garrett passed away on February 12, 2011, at the age of 91, due to natural causes. Her long life was filled with creativity and resilience, yet her legacy lives on in laughter, song, and the joy she shared so freely, reminding us that passion can endure across a lifetime, leaving smiles, inspiration, and light that continue to warm hearts long after the final curtain call. Jackie Cooper was a former child star who grew into a respected actor, director, and producer, proving lasting talent beyond early fame. He starred in The Champ and later became known to new generations through Superman films. Jackie Cooper passed away on May 3, 2011, at the age of 88, from natural causes. His death marked the end of a remarkable journey. Yet his legacy lives in resilience, reinvention, and dedication, reminding audiences that growth, humility, and perseverance can transform youthful promise into a lifetime of meaningful contribution across film, television, and behind the scenes where his influence quietly shaped lasting stories. Farley Granger was a leading man whose sensitivity and intensity defined classic cinema's emotional depth. He is especially remembered for Alfred Hitchcock films like Rope and Strangers on a Train. Farley Granger passed away on March 27, 2011, at the age of 85 due to natural causes. His passing closed a chapter of cinematic elegance, yet his legacy remains in nuanced performances, romantic vulnerability, and the reminder that subtle emotion can be as powerful as spectacle, continuing to captivate viewers who discover his work anew and feel transported to a time when storytelling relied on quiet tension, expressive eyes, and timeless human connection. Peter Yates was a visionary film director whose steady hand and human focus shaped some of cinema's most memorable thrillers and dramas. He directed classics like Bullitt, Breaking Away, and The Friends of Eddie Coyle, blending realism with emotional depth. Peter Yates passed away on January 9, 2011, at the age of 81, following heart failure. His death quietly marked the loss of a master storyteller. Yet his legacy lives on through films that still feel alive, reminding us that great direction is invisible, guiding audiences gently into stories that linger in memory long after the final frame fades, continuing to inspire filmmakers and viewers alike. Maria Schneider was a deeply expressive actress whose vulnerability and courage left a lasting mark on world cinema. She became internationally known through Last Tango in Paris, delivering a performance filled with raw emotion and complexity. Maria Schneider passed away on February 3, 2011, at the age of 58, after a battle with cancer. Her passing stirred reflection and sadness, yet her legacy endures as a symbol of artistic honesty, resilience, and the ongoing conversation about dignity in art. reminding audiences that behind every performance is a human soul deserving respect, compassion, and understanding across generations and cultures, still echoing through cinema history today. Ken Russell was a bold and unconventional director whose fearless imagination challenged boundaries and redefined visual storytelling. He created unforgettable films like The Devils, Women in Love, and Tommy, marked by intensity and originality. Ken Russell passed away on November 27, 2011, at the age of 84, due to heart failure. His death felt like the silencing of a provocative voice, yet his legacy lives on in artistic daring, creative freedom, and the reminder that cinema can disturb, inspire, and provoke thought, pushing audiences to feel deeply and question boldly, leaving behind work that remains unforgettable, controversial, and undeniably influential. Edward Hardwicke was a distinguished actor whose calm intelligence brought depth and refinement to every role he played. He became widely admired as Dr. Watson in Sherlock Holmes adaptations, offering warmth and loyalty. Edward Hardwicke passed away on May 16, 2011, at the age of 78, with details of his death not publicly disclosed. His passing saddened admirers of classic storytelling, yet his legacy remains in quiet excellence, thoughtful performances, and the reassurance that true talent does not seek attention, instead earning lasting respect through consistency, grace, and dedication that continues to resonate with audiences who cherish timeless character portrayals. John Neville was a commanding stage and screen actor whose voice and presence carried authority and elegance. He is remembered for roles in The Adventures of Baron Munchausen and countless theatrical performances. John Neville passed away on November 2, 2011, at the age of 86, from natural causes. His death marked the end of a remarkable artistic journey. Yet his legacy lives on through classical performances, rich storytelling, and the reminder that mastery comes from discipline and passion, inspiring generations of actors to respect the craft and audiences to appreciate performances built on depth, intelligence, and timeless theatrical tradition. Frances Bay was a beloved character actress whose gentle presence brought warmth and familiarity to film and television. She appeared in numerous roles across decades, often portraying nurturing figures audiences instantly trusted. Frances Bay passed away on January 14, 2011, at the age of 91, due to natural causes. Her passing felt like losing a comforting presence, yet her legacy remains in kindness, familiarity, and the subtle power of supporting roles, reminding us that not all stars shine loudly, some glow softly, offering comfort, continuity, and emotional grounding that stays with viewers long after the credits roll and memories quietly return. John Wood was a refined actor, whose precision and intellect elevated every performance on stage and screen. He was admired for roles in films like Chocolat and Shakespearean productions that displayed mastery of language. John Wood passed away on August 6, 2011, at the age of 81, with details of his death not publicly disclosed. His passing marked the loss of a true craftsman, yet his legacy endures through disciplined performances, clarity of expression, and a reminder that great acting often lies in restraint, intelligence, and respect for words, continuing to inspire those who value depth, nuance, and classical excellence in performance. Bubba Smith was a powerful athlete turned actor whose presence bridged sports and entertainment seamlessly. He first rose to fame as a dominant football player, later charming audiences in the Police Academy films. Bubba Smith passed away on August 3, 2011, at the age of 66, due to heart disease. His sudden death shocked fans. Yet his legacy lives on in strength balanced with humor, reminding us that identity can evolve beyond one field, inspiring others to embrace new chapters, celebrate versatility, and find joy in reinvention, while leaving behind memories of laughter, power, and unmistakable charisma that continues to resonate fondly. Susan Gordon was a former child actress whose early performances left lasting impressions on classic cinema. She is remembered for roles in films like Rosemary's Baby and Torn Curtain, displaying maturity beyond her years. Susan Gordon passed away on December 7, 2011, at the age of 62, with details of her death not publicly disclosed. Her passing carried quiet reflection. Yet her legacy endures through memorable childhood performances, reminding audiences of the fleeting nature of youth, the pressures of early fame, and the importance of honoring artists for the moments they give us, however brief, that remain etched gently into film history. G.D. Spradlin was a commanding character actor whose authority and intensity enriched countless films. He became widely recognized for roles in Apocalypse Now and The Godfather Part 2, often portraying powerful figures. G.D. Spradlin passed away on July 24, 2011, at the age of 90, due to natural causes. His passing closed a long chapter of cinematic contribution. Yet his legacy lives on through unforgettable supporting performances, reminding us that presence matters, that every role shapes the story, and that dedication to craft can leave a powerful impression long after the spotlight fades, continuing to command respect from audiences and filmmakers alike. Annette Charles was a vibrant actress whose energy and presence left a lasting impression on popular culture. She became widely recognized for her role as Cha-Cha di Gregorio in Grease, capturing youthful spirit and unforgettable attitude. Annette Charles passed away on August 3, 2011, at the age of 63, with details of her passing not publicly disclosed. Her loss felt quietly personal to fans. Yet her legacy lives on in nostalgia, dance floors, and memories of a time when music and movies blended into joy, reminding us how a single role can echo through generations, inspiring smiles, movement, and enduring affection, wherever that story is retold. Anna Massey was a distinguished actress whose elegance and depth enriched British film, television, and theatre. She delivered memorable performances in films like Peeping Tom and numerous stage productions marked by intelligence and poise. Anna Massey passed away on July 3, 2011, at the age of 73, after a battle with cancer. Her passing marked the loss of a refined artistic voice, yet her legacy endures through disciplined performances, classical grace, and the reminder that subtlety and strength often go hand in hand, inspiring audiences and performers to appreciate quiet power, emotional restraint, and timeless craft that continues to resonate across generations of storytelling. Len Lesser was a beloved character actor whose familiar face brought warmth and humor into countless homes. He is fondly remembered for his role as Uncle Leo on Seinfeld, along with many classic television appearances. Len Lesser passed away on February 16, 2011, at the age of 88, from pneumonia. His passing felt like saying goodbye to an old friend. Yet his legacy lives on in laughter, everyday relatability, and the reminder that supporting characters often become the most cherished, leaving behind comfort, smiles, and shared moments that continue to brighten reruns, conversations, and memories long after the cameras stop rolling. Richard Pearson was a respected actor whose steady performances brought authenticity to British television and film. He appeared in series like Drop the Dead Donkey, earning admiration for natural, grounded portrayals. Richard Pearson passed away on August 2, 2011, at the age of 68, following a battle with cancer. His loss resonated deeply with colleagues and fans. Yet his legacy remains in sincerity, professionalism, and the reminder that great acting does not demand spectacle, only truth, dedication, and consistency, qualities that continue to inspire those who value realism and heart in storytelling across screens, stages, and everyday reflections. Judy Lewis was an actress and writer whose life bridged Hollywood history and personal resilience. The daughter of Clark Gable and Loretta Young, she carved her own path through television and authorship. Judy Lewis passed away on November 25, 2011, at the age of 76, due to natural causes. Her passing closed a deeply personal chapter of classic Hollywood. Yet her legacy lives on through honesty, courage, and storytelling, reminding us that truth brings healing, that identity matters, and that voices once hidden can still illuminate understanding, compassion, and strength for generations seeking authenticity beyond fame and carefully guarded images of the past. Wayne Robson was a dedicated actor whose work across film and television reflected commitment and quiet strength. He appeared in numerous productions, earning respect for reliability and grounded performances. Wayne Robson passed away on April 4, 2011, at the age of 64, after battling cancer. His passing was met with respectful remembrance, yet his legacy endures through professionalism, perseverance, and the reminder that steady contributors form the backbone of storytelling, shaping narratives from within, inspiring peers, and leaving behind work that continues to speak softly to audiences who recognize sincerity when they see it. Trevor Bannister was a versatile actor whose comedic timing and dramatic skill made him a familiar face to television audiences. He was widely remembered for his role in Are You Being Served?, bringing humor into everyday homes. Trevor Bannister passed away on January 14, 2011, at the age of 76, after a battle with cancer. His death saddened fans who grew up with his performances, yet his legacy lives on through laughter, warmth, and shared cultural moments, reminding us how comedy connects generations, eases burdens, and leaves behind joy that outlasts the era in which it was first created and lovingly remembered. Michael Sarrazin was a charismatic actor whose sensitivity and intensity defined roles during a changing era of cinema. He is remembered for films like They Shoot Horses, Don't They? And The Sentinel, performances marked by emotional depth. Michael Sarrazin passed away on April 17, 2011, at the age of 71, following a battle with cancer. His passing closed a chapter of thoughtful storytelling. Yet his legacy remains in introspective performances, quiet vulnerability, and the reminder that acting can mirror the complexities of life, resonating deeply with audiences who seek honesty, reflection, and emotional truth on screen across generations. Diane Cilento was an accomplished actress whose talent spanned stage, film, and television, earning international recognition. She appeared in films like Tom Jones and became known for intellectual grace and strength. Diane Cilento passed away on October 6, 2011, at the age of 78, with details of her passing not publicly disclosed. Her loss was met with reflection and respect. Yet her legacy lives on through powerful performances, cultural contribution, and the reminder that women in cinema have long shaped storytelling with intelligence and courage, inspiring future generations to pursue art with purpose, dignity, and unwavering self-belief. John Dye was a gentle and sincere actor whose kindness shone through his performances. He became widely loved for his role in Touched by an Angel, portraying hope and compassion. John Dye passed away on January 10, 2011, at the age of 47, due to a blood clot. His sudden passing shocked and saddened many, yet his legacy endures in messages of faith, empathy, and healing, reminding viewers that goodness can be powerful, that gentleness leaves deep impressions, and that the impact of a kind spirit can outlast a lifetime, continuing to comfort hearts through stories that uplift and inspire. Leonard Stone was a dependable character actor, whose performances added depth and familiarity to classic films. He is remembered for roles in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and numerous television appearances. Leonard Stone passed away on November 2, 2011, at the age of 87, due to natural causes. His passing felt like the quiet farewell of a familiar face. Yet his legacy lives on through memorable moments, steady craft, and the reminder that even brief appearances can leave lasting joy, shaping childhood memories, shared family viewings, and timeless scenes that continue to bring warmth and recognition to audiences revisiting beloved classics. As we close this tribute, we remember that time may take lives, but it never erases meaning. Their voices, faces, and creations still live within us. Which star from 2011 touched your heart the most? Share their name, honor their memory, and keep their legacy alive through remembrance.